Hey guys, Eclipse14 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. Alright, so I made it to Pravoka, got some gear for some peeps, and now we need to deal with the situation in Pravoka, which is a pirate infestation, of which there's only one guy, supposedly. And that's Bicky, right here. Speak to him, and pirates be pirates. And just like that, you're sent to a fight against 9 pirates, which, in all honesty, are nothing more than just imps with more attack power. Which can pose an issue to your mages, but they can be dispatched in one hit. The only shame is that there's no ability to hit them all. Which, spoiler, the next area actually has that stuff, so isn't that a tease? Of course, Zest misses his target. Oh. Okay, that sucks. So we have to do this one at a time, which means this is going to take, at minimum, 3 turns. Unless you somehow just completely crap yourself trying to hit the target. God, that first round was ugly. I don't have a choice. I have to cure. And just hope Flo moves soon. Okay, good. Hopefully not another critical. Should dispatch them all. Hopefully. And that's all the pirates in the game. 90 experience points and 360 gold for taking them all out. And I leveled up, sweet. Zest gets over 110 points. Edge also gets over 100, which is fine. Flo doesn't even make 80. Well, that's a bummer. As for Teal, he gets over 70. That's not too bad, actually. Speak to Bicky again once you dispatch the pirates. Well, that was easy, thanks. With that unlocks the next area of the game, and in my opinion is the hardest part of the game, because not only does the difficulty spike quickly, but it's also a huge cascade in order to really get anywhere there. I don't really consider it hard, but I do consider it a massive slog. So let's get on the boat, and I'm just going to sail towards Canaria. Actually, hang on. Yeah, let's fix that before anything. I'm definitely gonna need to go back to Canaria, though. I'm not gonna go back to just Pravoka. Because I want to face the first sea encounter, and sea encounters can be obnoxious early on. And somehow I didn't actually face one. Well, in any case. 30 gold. And we're good. You're probably going to be coming back here a bunch because it is a cheap inn, and you're going to need literal thousands of gil before you're all said and done here. So to get to Elfland, oh, there's the first encounter against 6 Sahagin. Oh boy. These guys have quite a bit of evasion, but they cannot dodge lightning, so that's what I'm using. $52's not too bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one at a time. I'm going to let Teal exclusively deal with the front 3. front 3. You already dealt with 1, you'll deal with the other 2. The others are mostly just trying to beat down the back ones. I say trying because, as you notice, there's a whole bunch of misses. They've got quite a bit of evasion. Which is why I'm using lightning in the first place. Whoops. I forget sometimes, you can't just push left or right to select a target, it's only up or down. Which makes it kind of weird in some cases, because I have made some errors because of doing that. Fortunately, I caught myself where I did anything stupid. Alright, I don't see a reason to actually use another lightning. I already used 3, which is nearly all the level 1 spells I got. And that dispatches him finally. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, the evasion can be a bit of a nuisance. I'm right here. I may as well just recollect those spells. And there we go. Alright, so I may as well head down to Elfland and show what's available before I really get going with what I need to do, because it's going to be grinding simulator for a little while. Ambush with a shark. Sharks hit hard, obviously. I mean, they are sharks. The only real surprise with them is how the hell they got on the ship in the first place. I can see a bit of an excuse with the Sahagan. I definitely can with the Kazoku, since they probably have their own ship and just landed next to you. Shark, the only way I can explain them getting on your boat is that they managed to find your ship and swim at such velocity that they rocketed themselves out of the sea and land on your deck. Look, I had to think of something. You come up with something better. I always thought that to be weird. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a joke, but whatever. There is the land of the elves. Alright, so I'll cover a few things, but not everything, as there's quite a bit in this place. First off, the weapon shop with the iron nunchucks, large dagger, iron staff, saber, and silver sword, which is actually mithril later in later incarnations. The iron staff and nunchucks are notably the last weapons the black belt can use, but eventually he'll end up going barehanded anyway, so it doesn't make much difference. The large dagger can be used for Teal. The iron staff's actually pretty weird because the mages can't use it, but the fighter certainly can, and is actually somewhat decent, damage-wise. Still kind of awkward. Saber's the best weapon for the thief until this whole area is dealt with, and really for 4,000 gil, that weapon's not worth it. You can easily get through without needing it. I'm not here for the weapons, though. They will be dealt with later. What I need to deal with is armor. There's also the level 3 magic shops up there, and level 4 is in the northwestern corner. But I'll deal with them later because I'm going to be using much of my money right now on this. The iron armor, copper bracelet, iron shield, cap, and wooden helmet. All pretty good. Go ahead and get the iron armor now for Zest, and he really doesn't need a change for quite a while in the game once he gets that. I'll also go ahead and get the iron shield, and that... I goofed up, I pressed B on accident. There we go. Now I can sell the chain armor outright, as well as the... whoops. Not yet. Wooden shield. There we go. At 137, I'll go ahead and get a cap, and give it to flow, and that'll be that. So go ahead and, whoops, put the new stuff on, and that's that. The inn's 100, so I don't really try to use it unless I absolutely have to. But as it is right now, the encounters around this place are a total crapshoot. You might find something that's relatively easy, you may find a massive swarm that you might not be able to deal with. So I'm actually going to backtrack and head towards Pravoka, because those enemies are at least a little tolerable. We've got the Odd Eye and the Sahagan. The Odd Eye does nothing but gaze, which causes paralysis. And in all honesty, just do that. So I am going to return to Pravoka, and the core reason for that is because, as I mentioned, the encounters around Elfland can be a crapshoot, but there's also poison, and that can be very frequent. And right now, I just don't have the funding to really tolerate that right now. As I did mention last episode, ogres are what you want to face, because they give nearly 200 gil per kill, and they are up around Pravoka, but they're also pretty frequent around the western forest of Elfland. But at the same time, there's also the nastier encounters that cause poison, and I really don't want to deal with that right now. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to sail on up to Pravoka and use that as my stomping grounds, at least for this episode, even though I'm at 12 minutes. This way I can get... Okay, that's a massive encounter. Great. I may as well deal with the Odd Eyes as soon as possible. And I'm going to have to use my magic to dispatch the Sahagan. In all honesty, the only things I need to do are simply just gain a couple levels, because right now there's not much I can do, and at the same time get as much gold as I possibly can, because I'm going to need at least 7,000, maybe upwards of 10, before everything's said and done. And that's really the problem with Elfland, is that everything is just so damn expensive. That's the real issue here. At the same time, I also don't want to run from my fights either, which is actually why I want to... I want to head back to Pravoka, because I can probably tolerate that much better than Elfland, at least for this episode, maybe next episode. Of course, once I get comfortable enough to deal with Elfland's encounters proper, then I will be going through that, but I'm probably going to be running like 20-25 minute sessions of nothing but grind simulator, because that's the situation I'm in right now. Fortunately, this is really the only tedious part of the game, and that's actually why I consider it the hardest part, because this is just a tough area to get through. There is one more area around the middle of the game that's very, very obnoxious, but once that's over and dealt with, which will be somewhat short and sweet, the rest of the game is relatively smooth. So really, all the difficulty comes to just 2 areas. And once I get past one of them, no real problem. Once I get past the second, I'm all good. Alright, fortunately I managed to get through that. Let's keep on rolling to Pravoka. Hopefully I don't have another mass encounter like that. And fortunately I dock. I'll just run the Cure. Do the same for Edge. Zest will be fine. That Iron Armor will be perfectly fine for him. I'll just go up into the Northern Woods for a little bit. And just fight for the next, like, 4 or 5 minutes. Of course, it's Mad Ponies. I need Ogres, dude. Well, not really need, but it'd be very much preferred. Ouch. Yeah, that kind of stung. Really, I think the goal right now is to get enough for 8 Pure Potions. At 75 each, that's 600. So if I can get about that, and an extra 50 the rest of the inn... Damn it, another ambush. If I can get that, I'll probably be good to go for Elfland. For a little bit. Really, the only sucky part is having to get all those Pure Potions individually. Which is... annoying. Let's use Ice for the first time. I'll easily dispatch one of them for 60. There's not a lot of enemies that are weak to ice, but the odd thing about them is that because they actually are more exclusive in level, as you know, Ice is level 2, Ice 2 is level 4, and Ice 3 is level 7, they have a stronger base power than Fire and Lightning, which is strange, but not that I mind that at all. Can be usable, that's for sure. Unless it's undead, you're just kind of screwed. Alright, one more wolf and that's it. First 18 minutes. All this because of ambushes. Sheesh. Run Cure. Run it again. And I'm out of magic, pretty much. One more encounter, hopefully an ogre, and I may as well wrap it up. I'm approaching 20 minutes. This again, well, I'll put up with it. Ice on the Grey Wolf. You know, one of the possible Elfland encounters is this in reverse. 5 Grey Wolves, and that would suck ass. Which is why I moved back here in the first place. Because I did not want to deal with something like that. At all. 39's alright. And I may as well just use my last magic spell against one wolf and be done with it. Ouch. $13. Really? That's it? At least the big one's out of the picture. Now I just gotta get the last 3 and I'm good. Yeah, these next few episodes are gonna be ugly. Very, very, very ugly. I gotta push through though. Because there's only one way to get through the Elfland area, and that's to simply break through. as I am, I have no chance of doing it. Guess I gotta stay at the inn, provided no more encounter. Okay. Alright, so I guess we'll start the whole grinding simulation episodes with the next episode, starting officially at 335. First goal is 650, this way I get to stay at the inn and I can buy some pure potions to prepare for Elfland. So, I'll go ahead and cut this here, and I will get to that with the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.